Yeah, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Frankie.
And it's your boy Mike. Welcome to the Soul by Soul YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. Mike, we got a special video on deck today. We're decked out in somewhat Boston gear, so we're going to be talking about a Boston brand. If you can't tell from the background, we're going to be talking about Concepts today. And specifically, we're going to be talking about one of Concepts' releases from this year, the Nike SB Duck High Turdunken that they released back in November, right before Thanksgiving. Mike, this is one of the most creative sneakers of 2020 by far.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think so too. We know, Concepts to always kind of go down a creative route when they are making their sneakers with Nike. So I think this is another one of those. And today we'll kind of show you all the details of this really creative shoe.
Let's get into it. Ahead of Thanksgiving, Concepts was teasing this sneaker on Instagram and everywhere, kind of like, we're coming out with a holiday themed sneaker, and they were basing it off of the Turdunken, which is, I believe it's a turkey, duck, and chicken all mixed up together. Right, I think it's like the duck and chicken go in the turkey,
like stuff in the I never had one. I never had one for the holidays, but I've always heard about it. Kudos to the people who do all that.
Concepts creative director Dion Point, I think, did a video of it, and like him and his friends creating it, and I was like, wow, this is a lot of work. So Concepts was pumping this pretty hard, and when the official images came out, we were just like, whoa, this is something here that they're working with. They clearly went, I think in their words, just crazy with it.
It just seemed a little bit different, they're using the Dunk High silhouette and canvas, but they did a lot with it from the images. We saw a lot of different patterning and colors, and it just looked like, it could be a hit, it could be a miss, but it was definitely something different throughout the entire sneaker.
It's definitely something that people were interested in. And Concepts took a page out of Union's book from earlier this year and actually created a separate website for this release, for the Turdunkens. And guess who copped off of that manual website? This guy.
Man, all these companies know Frankie and they bless him. I think there's something in the water here. He's not telling me, because I don't get these same, limited releases. He's not telling me something, but something's going on.
Mike, I tell you everything you need to know, all right? I swear to God, Concepts, your check's in the mail. But in all seriousness, I was just very lucky that I found out that they were doing another website and just put it in my size and hope for the best, and it all worked out. And I got the shoe. It came in this box that you see right behind me. I mean, Mike, the box itself alone, like just the outer box that this came in, was like, whoa. I didn't expect it to be like that. Like, it's got, Concepts, oven on fire. Then it's got some jokes because, like, you're roasting your friends during the holiday season, which, we all know about here and there. But they had some insiders in there, 28-3, which is obviously an ode to the New England Patriots versus the Atlanta Falcons, the Super Bowl 51. There's a lot on this box. I kind of like it. I kind of liked it. So you open the box up and then you look inside and you just see this kind of makeshift oven, if you will, like a makeshift oven box. Like, it's got the flames on it, it's got smoke, it's even got the dials that you see like on an oven, and like the broiler as well. Like, yo, like they went so far with the details on this. They really pushed it.
And just from when I saw, all the packaging, all the attention to detail they had, I'm like, yo, they was really in the lab, and they're like, every single element of this rollout, we're gonna make sure is just something creative, from the website down to the box packaging, down to the oven box packaging, and then everything inside, and then even, of course, the sneaker.
Hey man, Concepts is very conceptual with their designs. Then you're met with this, kind of lunchable box that is like, has a Nerf football, has like, kind of like those cheese and crackers that, like, the snackables that we all know and love.
Right.
Like, we haven't even gotten to the sneaker yet, and I'm just like, off the box alone, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the money that I spent to purchase this. you know, and I haven't even gotten to the reason why I bought this for the sneaker. So after you pull out, you know, the Lunchable box, then you're finally met with the Nike SB Dunk High box that everybody knows and loves. Once you pull that sucker out, that's when you finally see the Nike SB Dunk High Turdunkens met with you. And man, there's just a lot going on here. I feel like if you love Thanksgiving and you love Boston, this shoe's for you, right? Because it speaks on like the mallard duck, and obviously like the mallard duck is a folklore in Boston culture, especially like in the public gardens and whatnot, because like they just got so many details here, like from the concepts and like the script lettering to the feathers right here, like, you know, the kind of down feathers right by the Nike swoosh on both sides. The kind of iridescent glow that you got from like blue to green here, you know, obviously a take on the mallard duck as well.
That's kind of fire.
What I'm saying.
I did remember that from like kind of the initial rollout, but seeing it, you know, in your hands, like that is actually real fire that they made that transition kind of happen, and they even went, you know, above and beyond with that, with the swoosh too. So that's dope.
You look at the laces, when you look at the leather on the top, like it's you know, clearly brown, which is synonymous with Thanksgiving. And then at the tongue, you got the Nike SB Duck High Pro instead of Dunk High. You got Duck High.
That's a dope detail.
You know, again, like a little small detail, a little dope detail.
They put their foot into that, man. It would style really well with like some khakis or some beige type of pants. I think that would work real well with this sneaker. And then, you know, just accenting the color on top with one of the colors of the shoe. So also really good just for the fall season. Like that works for anything fall. So if you didn't get a chance at it this year, you better cop it for anticipating next year's fall season for sure. This just leads me to kind of think, what do we think about, you know, just like dunks in general this year? Everybody was doing them, you know, from the collaborations just to the normal Nike releases, and then also just bringing some of those infamous colorways back. What do we think about, you know, that in general?
Man, if you had to put a label on 2020, it was the year of the dunk, like by far. There were just so many dunk releases. You know, Sneakers app even promoted, you know, the story of the dunk, a little docuseries.
Oh, and that's been, I don't know. To me, I wish it was extended, because, you know, the clips are short, the story of the dunk clips, but that's been like real cool to me. And back in the day, I was never really a dunk head, and even today, I'm like, I don't know exactly how they'll fit on my feet. I do got my eye on some, trust me. But at the same time, you know, they really illustrated everything. I was like, damn, I wish I was kind of involved in that era, because dunks have really taken off.
I was never really a dunk kid either. The dunk was a skater culture phenomenon initially, right? And so, you know, I feel like growing up in the Bronx, you know, not in the skate culture, you would, you know, obviously gravitate towards, you know, the AJ1s and Hirachis and Tims and, you know, the typical New York, you know, lifestyle shoe that you would wear. But then once you have all these collabs, like a Concepts or like a Travis Scott, like a Ben and Jerry's.
I think Travi really, you know, set the stage, set the year up. He was wearing all them dunks last year before, and that just kind of got the hype back on the dunks. And then, you know, what was it, February, when he released his collaboration? That really started the dunk craze, I would say.
I think so. Like that was the springboard for, you know, the sneaker heads that haven't gotten into the dunk game like you and I, really starting to take a serious look at these. And man, like I can't tell you how many times Mike and I went for dunks that we really liked. Like the Brazils come to mind, the Sambas and the Kentuckys and the Syracuse. And then the Ben and Jerry's. Like the Ben and Jerry's were the dunks that I really wanted. I really wanted those Ben and Jerry's. And the Ben and Jerry's were also synonymous with kind of like this uber detail like Concepts did. Feel like craze might start to die down like as we get into the other years, but I'll be honest, man, if they keep releasing these and restocking, I'm gonna keep trying to get them, because I would really want a pair.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna go for them as well. Maybe I'll test out the Sambas, maybe the Kentuckys, maybe the Atmos Elephant. So I'm gonna figure out what works. One thing to mention though is like I don't really like dunk highs. For me, they just don't hit as much. So if I'm gonna go down the route of doing a dunk high, I feel like I might as well just go with a Jordan 1. You know, that's gonna kind of work for me a little bit better. So when I think of dunk highs, I can't really pinpoint, you know, a handful that I really like. But I would say that this Concepts, Turdunken, you know, dunk high is different. Is different. I'm not sure if I would necessarily rock this, but I like the direction that Concepts went in. And you know, this is a dunk high that stands different to me, at least, from the other ones.
I really do think it really does push the limit to what other collaborators could do. I mean, we're sitting here ahead of the release of the Bodega Nike SB Dunk Highs, and those are also a very, very intricate, very creative design that you know many people are clamoring about.
It's more of the untapped lane with the dunks collaboration wise, at least from this year. We saw a lot of bangers in terms of the dunk lows. Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel to hear what we had to say about these really creative kicks. You know, definitely something to tap into if you're a Thanksgiving lover. Please like, comment, and share this video, and we're gonna make more and more and more. So keep tuning in to the Soul by Soul YouTube channel.